Welcome to Poetry Changes Lives, my book of poetry and history and a thought for the day. You can get it on the poetrychangeslives.com website or from Amazon or from good bookshops. Well, today in 2008, the death of Sir Arthur C. Clarke happened. He was a prolific writer, science fiction, of course. He is most famous for the screenplay he wrote for Stanley Kubrick's film 2001, A Space Odyssey, which is quite a film. It came out in the 1970s, but it's well worth watching still today, actually. Very groundbreaking stuff. And Clarke was a groundbreaker. He had an uncanny knack in his books of predicting the future well in advance of events. He foresaw satellite communication, the universal use of computers for things like online shopping and banking, decades before they actually happened. Quite amazing. Clarke was briefly married, but he was openly gay. He lived in Sri Lanka for the last 50 years of his life. A great man, a great sort of prophet of the way science was going to go. Well, today I'm going to read a poem that always reminds me of Space Odyssey 2001. It's a poem by James Weldon Johnson, the wonderful poet of the Harlem Renaissance, that flowering of creativity that happened in New York in the 1930s and 40s. And this poem is called The Creation, but it's quite unconventional in its wording and its sort of approach to the idea of creation. But I very much like it. I think it's actually quite beautiful. See what you think. Here we are. And God stepped out in space, and he looked around and said, "I'm lonely. I'll make me a world." And far as the eye of God could see, darkness covered everything, blacker than 100 midnights down in a cypress swamp. Then God smiled, and the light broke, and the darkness rolled up on one side, and the light stood shining on the other. And God said, "That's good." And God reached out and took the light in his hands, and God rolled the light around in his hands until he made the sun. I just love the imagery of all that, God creating the universe like that. Well, today I'm grateful for the wonder of the universe, which is stranger than we might even ever imagine. Nevertheless, we should not be afraid because we're part of it ourselves. Thanks for listening.